A lot of you ask us where we like to stay. We have been to a ridiculous amount of campgrounds over the years.
Over 70 campgrounds.
Yeah, a lot. The reason we've been to so many and why we will continue to be to so many is because we like to try new campgrounds to bring to you. So every time we go away, we're pretty much hitting a new campground. I don't think we really double up anymore. So in this video, we're going to talk about our top 5 most favorite campgrounds of all time. Now stay tuned, because in a few weeks we're going to give you our top 5 worst campgrounds, and that's going to be something you definitely don't want to miss. But we're going to give you the deets on some of the best campgrounds we have ever stayed in.
Now, these campgrounds are in no particular order, and some of them you probably never heard of. Actually, most of them you probably never heard of. Before we get into it, guys, quick reminder, please take a moment, make sure subscribe, notification bell is on. Also, you have about 11 days if you want to buy the Endless RVing merch, the RVing USA shirt and hats, Journey of a Lifetime shirts. The reason being, our vendor is no longer going to be selling. So as we shop for a new vendor, we cannot promise that these designs are going to stay the same. So if you want to lock in one of these designs, we'll put the link in the description down below. So let's get into the first one, which is going to be Redgate Farms. You can speak a little about Redgate Farm. It's over in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah. So this was right when we first started RVing. This was back in 2019. We haven't been there again, but I look forward to going again. They had, I believe it was 21 sites. It was a quiet, peaceful, serene farm. So they had horses and they had other types of animals. They held weddings there. They had a beautiful pool
which we had to ourselves
in July, middle of July, and we were pretty much maybe two other people that were there. It was absolutely gorgeous. They have so many amenities there, but what we liked about it really was the peace and quiet.
They also have a shuttle that runs to downtown downtown Savannah. I'm in the wrong place. And it's close to downtown Savannah. So if you want to be there to travel, head to Savannah without all the crowds, all the noise, if you like that type of campground, we highly suggest you check out Redgate Farm.
And if you've been to Creek Fire, we know that's kind of the other big one in Savannah. Let us know if you've been to both. What do you like better? Because I look forward to trying that one as well. Now, the next one is a little bit different, and most of these were private campground / resort type places, but we love state parks. Now, this one was very recent. We just stayed here a couple months ago, and it was Lum's Pond State Park in Delaware, in Bear, Delaware. This was amazing. Now, we've been to quite a few state parks, but this one really stood out.
Yeah, this one's nice. It was right off, very close to University of Delaware, so within like 10 miles. I think we paid $45 a night or so. Beautiful site,
something like that.
Very clean, bathrooms clean, large, full hookups, hiking trails, convenient to everything. We really can't complain about anything at that place.
No, and they have 70 sites there. They do book. They are quite a popular campground, so we booked it quite a few months in advance, but just make sure if that is a place that you want to stop, book in advance. Let us know as we go through these, guys, which ones have you been to and what were your thoughts on them?
Now, we did a full video on Lum's Pond State Park. If you want to check it out in detail, we'll link it up above.
The next one, we're heading all the way up north. So we had, our first one was all the way south, then we had like middle, northeast kind of, not really. And now all the way up, Vermont. Pine Hollow Campground in Pownell, I don't know how to say, I think it's Pownell, Vermont. This was a beautiful campground. And what we liked about it is that it was really kind of old school. I felt like if you had been camping in the 80s, this is what it would have been like.
But it had that touch without being outdated.
Right.
So everything was clean. It was updated. They had the little lake in the middle, which the water was freezing.
Yeah, it was really
but
cold.
It was good to see kids there just doing kids things, right? Searching for fish on the rowboat, swimming. It was awesome, and it was super affordable. Of course, you're in Vermont, especially if you go in the summer and fall, it's always going to be beautiful scenery there. There's plenty to do in Vermont if you're looking to do something. But we highly suggest, if you want a nice family-owned campground at affordable price, check them out. We did a full video on that campground. We'll link it up above.
What I also like there is that they were very open and honest. They go on the honesty system, right?
Yes.
For firewood.
It's all honor system,
Just take it, the honor system, take it and, pay us later. Like, you do that in Jersey, you're not getting paid.
No, you're not getting it.
And some other places also, but Yeah, so that was really nice to see.
Now let's change it up a bit. If you want resort, if you want action, you want noise, you want it all. Well, here's one for you also. This is going to be Frontier Town Resort in Ocean City, Maryland. This one we did a full video on. We'll link it up above. Not as cheap as the other ones. Not as expensive, not the most expensive place we've been, but they have something for everybody, especially if you have a family.
So if you saw that video, you came along with us, they have, like Izzy said, pretty much everything. So they have all the RV sites. I don't even know how many RV sites. It was ridiculously big.
It's
they
a
had
resort.
cabins. They had the covered wagons that you could stay in. So if you don't have an RV or you come with somebody that has an RV, you can stay in a covered wagon. They had the Wild West shows. So they had the horses and all that other thing. They have an ice cream shop. They had an arcade. They have
like a deli breakfast place.
Yeah, they had an entire water park, which wasn't bad. I mean, you know, a few slides or whatever, but for little kids, it was great. There was just constantly things to do. And again, guys, you're very close to what's the attraction in Ocean City, the boardwalk. So you go to the beach, the boardwalk, miles of beautiful boardwalk, which is way nicer. We've never been to that one before. It's really something to see.
Also close to Assateague Island. So that was within like 10 miles.
That was nice.
And finally, they rent boats, jet skis. Like I said, we did a full video on it. But if you want that type of family vacation where you want to take the whole family, somebody always has something to do, go check out Frontier Town, Ocean City, Maryland. Continuing on the resorts, destination, location, but you want something a little more scale back from the Frontier. Frontier Town is like high level of stimulation. Yes. A lot going on. Yeah. Well, this one is going to be Nashville Shores. It's not in Nashville, it's just outside Nashville, but beautiful resort with a lot to do, but scaled down. A little more Southern charm, a lot more calm.
Right. It was quieter, even on the weekend. So we were there for a week. So during the week, it was pretty quiet. Actually, we went towards the end of August, and the kids were actually back to school. So I think that had something to do with it. And at that point, the water park was only open the weekends. That got really crowded. But they have an entire water park that people actually come from outside the resort to go to. So it's well known in that area. That was really, really fun. They had a nice little store, super nice people. We had a site right on the water, which was really, really peaceful. Also, right on that water, they do have all the water sports. So there's plenty of things to do. Again, what's the main attraction that you're near? Nashville. So,
which you were within 25 minutes of downtown, maybe even shorter. You're very close to downtown Nashville, so we're able to take all that in. Also, we did a full video on Nashville Shores. We'll link it up above.
And let's throw in a little bonus for you. I don't know if we would go back here just because of the prices. It's like one of those things we just wanted to experience once. And we did. It was in the same trip as Redgate Farms, the first one we talked about in Savannah. This was the last leg of that. No, I'm sorry. It was the middle leg. We went here after Savannah. We ended in Virginia Beach. And this was Fort Wilderness. So in Florida, well, everybody's got to go to Fort Wilderness at least once. Okay. So you pay big for everything. You pay for your site, but then you have just obviously everything. You go to Disney and you take the ferry rides and you go to the restaurants, but there's so much to offer. And man, did they keep that place impeccably clean.
It's what you would expect from Disney.
What did you say? You said there was not one mosquito in this
No mosquitoes in the swamp.
Right?
Which is, I don't know how they do that, but no mosquitoes, no alligators in the swamp.
Do you remember the buffet dinner that we had there?
Now listen, you pay for the buffet. It's like everything you would expect from Disney just in a campground. So it's perfect. Like you can't really complain. Here's the thing, you're spending on a low end probably $150 a night. We just found out Christmas, $300 a night.
For 25, one of a subscriber told us,
I don't know if we would go back there. We're just a little too old for Disney. Maybe we went to Epcot, whatever, but there's a lot of campgrounds in the area. But we would say if you're an RVer, you have to experience it at least once. Some people like to go there all the time. We did a video on that. We'll link it up above. It was really bad. It was one of our first videos. I was going to
say, don't judge us on the quality of this video. Oof. Because I think we did like a voiceover.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
But somewhere that, again, you're not going to be disappointed going there unless you're disappointed with the price, because the campground is immaculate.
Now, stay tuned, because in a few weeks, you're going to see part 2 of this series, which will be our top 5 worst campgrounds. And guys, we have had some doozies, man.
We have.
And we'll share all those videos with you too. But
stay away.
Quite a few to choose from.
Right. So we want your feedback. We covered pretty much the East Coast. That's a lot where we travel. But we will be expanding out further west, of course. But we want your feedback because we want to learn where we need to go next and do a review on. So put that in the comments below. Also, if you like videos like this, guys, we'll put it to the left of us, our RV travel vlogs playlist. We'll also put our campground reviews playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.